Hey everyone, how are you doing today? Thank you so much, Bloby, for the 10-month resub. Good evening, sir. I'm slightly late because I had a meeting run late, but it was interesting. I'm really looking forward to being able to share more about what's going on in the coming months. One thing I can reveal is that I have booked plane tickets for Hamburg, which means the Black video series for Black is happening and it will be recorded at the end of this month. Hey Pizza Racer, hey Krishna, hey Erickson, hey Tree Cassette, how are you guys doing? Maybe I should make a moobot command about that as well. Let's see if we can, what kind of command can we make here? Commands, custom commands. We have another event. It is a raid. No, it's not a raid. How do you update this thing? Okay, I'm having too many windows open at the same time. My bad. Bergen coming in with a 7-month resub. Finally, weekend. Yes, the weekend is here. For some people, that means rest. For me, it means that my Banter Blitz Cup is very close to happening. Banter Blitz Cup match happening against SL Narayanan from India. He's pretty good. He beat Bassem Amin in the previous round, so it's going to be a tough one. But I think it's about a 50-50 shot. So I'm looking forward to it. Here, custom commands. We're gonna look for video series. Yeah, video series. Let's write, there will be a sequel to my what? No, sequel is kind of the wrong thing to say. There will be a full Black repertoire video series. The recommendations focus on quick development, early castling, and avoiding dangerous lines. Check out the white edition here. Okay. That'll do, and we'll adjust the title accordingly. Professional streamer, big professional streamer here. Edit, and we'll do video series. How do I save? Okay, I think I'm good now. Part 2, I don't know if part 2 is accurate, Tree Cassette. It's the missing link. Second part in the series, but it's not really the second part though, is it? Because white and black are equal. Really what should have happened was that they both arrived at the same time. Why did I do the white repertoire before the black repertoire? It's completely arbitrary. It might as well be a prequel. By calling it a sequel, we're basically saying that black is after white, which kind of is true. Black does move after white. I don't know what I'm saying. I might be thinking too much about this. You are correct, Aquila. Let's test out the video series command just to see if it works. Wow, and I got the support from Tree Cassette, meaning that chat is completely divided in its opinions. Today, I'm looking for 1-minute games, people. Because I'm playing against Narayanan soon, I need to feel good about myself. I'm playing against him in less than 24 hours. And usually, when we do streams, I tend to play blitz, I tend to play slowly, and I tend to lose a ton of games and try to put on a brave face, unsuccessfully mostly, while really hurting inside. So today we're going to do something where I am guaranteed to win every single time. We're going to play some 1 minute chess. And the last time we did this, I had 100% win rate for a 3 hour stream. And we're going to do a repeat of that today. Avalanche. No, I'm playing against Narayanan. Narayanan. But much like Anand and everyone else who has a name with vowels every second letter, he is from I think he's probably from like Chennai. He's definitely from that like southern India kind of thing. I know that Sri Lankans, they have this, and I think it's kind of the same. It's Tamil, right? Tamil is what they speak in Sri Lanka, and it's what they speak in the Tamil Nadu region of India. I'm just making stuff up, but I think it's correct. And in that, their names always have this every second being a vowel. I don't know how Anand fits into that though, because I just realized that there's an N and a D, but there are some exceptions maybe for sounds like nd and yeah, stuff. The more you know. Aquila, you really should just use my stream as a source of common knowledge, increasing your common knowledge with Hammer while playing some chess. That's what we should call this stream. Trika said, my understanding has always been that it refers to chess 24 rating, but I don't really know. It might refer to FIDE rating, but that makes no sense because why would you expect? You shouldn't expect everyone to have a World Chess Federation rating. It's a very good question, Trika said, and frankly, you have stumped me. I don't know. You still don't understand the name? I'm literally saying what you just wrote. Narayanan. Hey Morad, how are you doing today? Ask the higher ups. I will. Trika said. I think it makes a lot of sense for it to be chess 24 rating. Maybe they should change their policies. In general, also chess 24 is a lot of their content is aimed at quite decent chess players. So a lot of their content is, while it's really really good, it's also aimed at people who are already pretty good at chess. Which basically I'm trying to do something about that. We're trying to make content for everyone, but it's difficult. It's because I try to make content that's accessible to players of all levels, but sometimes I struggle with understanding kind of where to put the threshold, the bar. But I try my best. Can we do a Hammer pronounces foreign name stream? I mean, go ahead, Tricaset. Just put some names in chat and I will pronounce at your heart's content. What do you consider pretty decent? 2000 plus, Bruno. A lot of the chess 24 content is like 1800 plus, 1700 plus, um, which is it's significantly better than the average internet chess connoisseur. Hey Mario, how are you doing today? Ooh, and we're also looking at the Chess 24 chat with Overton, with Syrian and Sekan. Okay, let's see. Wow, I have incoming 1 minute challenges. Can you believe it? Where there's a big difference between 1700 and 2000. Well, yeah, but there's also big individual differences to people, right? There might be some who's able to grasp concepts better than others. There might be some who are better at digesting videos as opposed to books, as opposed to some tactics trainer a game. So it's never going to be accurate, and therefore I feel I am allowed to give myself a big um, margin of error. You think it's pronounced Narayanan? Narayanan. Narayanan. That's ridiculous, Avalanche. I will say Narayanan to my heart's content. Also because it's much more fun to say Narayanan. King's Bishop coming in with a rate of 19. How's everyone doing? We are discussing the pronunciation of pronunciation. Are we really there that I was disallowed from saying nounciation? Anyway, um, if anyone in King's Bishop's stream are familiar with the pronunciation of Indian names, we are interested in the Tamil name of Narayanan, who, by the way, is my opponent in the Banter Blitz Cup match scheduled for tomorrow. So mark your calendars. Hey, Crying Dove. Yes, we are playing chess today. I'm just getting started. And we're soon ready to accept some challenges. It's just that people keep rating me, and this time it's a chess guy with the group of 17. How's everyone doing? Hey, Dirk, how are you doing? Okay, it's time for some chess. We're gonna accept a challenge and we're gonna switch the window. And we're taking on a Finnish player for the first game of the day. You hope to play Fortnite with me someday. Wow, chess guy. With that kind of username, I don't think that was what people expected. But the chess guy, not so interested in chess as he is in Fortnite. I respect it. I'm the same myself. Hey Torque, you do tend to say you're gonna crush me every day though. We'll see if today is any different. I want to jump to this square. It's very juicy. Big juicy square. We might trap this bishop if allowed. Um, we're very close to trapping this bishop. Oh wow, you can carry me in Fortnite? Really? Because in that case, I am very sad that I am potentially going to lose out on my best Fortnite player among chess streamers title. In that case, I prefer the time when I didn't know you existed, Mr. Chess Guy. Mario, I think that is a good strategy. A few turns of Civilization 5. That's always a good start to the weekend. I actually started playing some Civilization 6 myself. I think I don't know. I think I should be playing more Civilization 6. I think I have now understood what was tripping me up about the game. And my new understanding of the new civilization is gonna make me like that one just as much as the number 5 version. What I have realized is that you gotta create a lot of cities immediately early on. Because I have been playing it as I was used to playing Civilization 5, and that it doesn't work. It's a different game. Does Fortnite have a built-in tutorial mission? No, unfortunately it doesn't, Dirk. It's a pretty it's a pretty difficult game, I would say. And I had the same curiosity you had 2 years ago. So I want to say that Fortnite was creating a buzz 2 years ago, which is what made me cave and install my first ever shooting game. But you are late to the party at this point. Manners? No, I will not apologize for a guy coming into my chat saying he's better at Fortnite than me. I'm just speaking the truth, Aquila. And I really thought at this point I was the number one Fortnite player among the chess streamers. If Chess Guy now announces himself out of nowhere and says that I'm better than you, then that is pretty sad news, really, and some frustration is warranted. No, Mario, I'm not gonna be streaming Civilization 6. Oh, oh, I thought you were saying tonight, but it says right. Maybe sometime in the future, Mario. I still need to kind of test it out and see if I have fully understood how the mechanics work. You can beat Faruja and the Chessbra? I would say so, Mario. But it depends on what you mean by beat. I would say I'm a better, more well rounded player than them. But at the same time, like Eric is very good at shooting. And I mean, he's the manager of a professional shooting esport team. So it makes sense that he's pretty good at shooting. On the other hand, there's like his movement, I don't think is very good. So while he might be able to shoot me in a fight, I think I overall would do better than him in kind of like a tournament where placement mattered. Because I'm not sure he might not have the same kind of good strategies for where to go, and maybe not as good knowledge of the map, stuff like that. Um, so I think overall I'm better, but he's definitely got some skills. That was a mistake. Now we're getting all the pieces involved in this onslaught against Black's king. We're actually gonna go here because we're very sneaky. Oh, poor guy. This is why we're playing 1 minute chess today. It really helps my confidence. 30 seconds on the clock. Poor Overton with 5 seconds left and no pieces left close to his king. Hey Boop, how you doing? Hey Abdul, hey Coco. 1 minute, we're playing 1 minute chess today, Coco. Hey Phony. Hammer and Aquila better than Hansen and Faruja? I don't know if that's true anymore, Aquila. After you quit Fortnite, you haven't played for over 6 months. You haven't played the new map. You have no idea where anything is. Our communication would be very poor when you have no idea where stuff can be found. You don't think you'd win one game in 20? I don't think so either, Pizza Racer. That's also because I have won like 50 games in a row in my um, uh, previous 1 minute streams. Yes, Cook. We are only playing Bullet today. We are making sure that my mood is excellent in preparation for the Banter Blitz Cup match I have against Narayanan tomorrow. Yeah, that is true. That is true, Aquila. Fair enough. No quitting until you're 3,000. I think that's actually doable today. I think that's doable. Poor guy. Better luck next time, Turkey. I guess today wasn't the day. Epic Sword, huh? You know, Bergen, if you're a tier 3 sub to my channel, you can use an even better sword than that. Slaughter, yes. We are slaughtering people today, and I don't even feel bad about it. I don't even feel bad about it. Darth Kata, you're up. It's time to make a move. Hey Song, how are you doing? It's always fun to see Go Norway spelled in Swedish instead of Norwegian. I suspect there are some Swedes who are more generous about their relationship to Norway than I am about Norway's relationship to Sweden. Hey Jeff, how you doing? Feels bad, bruh. Yeah, Augusted. Feels bad if you're gonna lose 100 games in a row today. I think that's my new ambition. We're gonna win 100 games in a row. And in order to do so, we need people who are actually present at game start. So make a mark in your account. Make sure, people, that you're ready to go. How do you enter the Banter Blitz Cup? Well, I mean, the entrance were closed many months ago, Coco. And we're already pretty deep into the competition. Ooh, d5, interesting move. I'm going to take it, though. And then I'm going to take everything with my central control and my open C file. I'm doing pretty well. And now I shall capture your pawns. My pawn structure is not the best, I will agree. I have seen better pawn structures, but on the other hand, I have so many more pawns than my opponent, so it works out. We're going to take that one, and then this one, and then this one, and we get a new queen. Good tactics. Good eye. Here I am complimenting myself due to lack of others. Wow, this is just slaughtering, isn't it? I'm enjoying myself. There must be another one next year or so, maybe Coco. I guess it depends on the success of the current Banter Blitz Cup. So if you want to contribute to the tournament being organized again next year, I would make sure to join my stream tomorrow as I play against Narayanan. Because the better viewership we can show, the more sponsors we can probably attract. You're not feeling too confident about your chess today, Aquila? I'm sorry. I am playing, though, a very dubious opening, and I'm paying some attention to chat. So I guess you have no excuse should you lose in our game. Thanks, Jeff. I worry, Jeff, that I am too dominant in my chess games for people to kind of really give me the amount of compliments I deserve. Because I am trashing one kid after another, and I'm doing it as if I've never done anything else in my life. Maybe I need to make more noise whenever I win for chat to fully understand the significance of me just butchering person after person. Let's not play that move. Let's play that move. Because I want to put my knight here. Denied. I have been denied. But it's okay. I have a different plan now. Okay, that was not good. I am unhappy about my decision there. I lost a pawn, but I have a well-placed knight. And a well-placed knight can work miracles. Such as... Oh my god. Oh, this kid. Oh, this kid. Oh, poor guy. I feel for this kid. Oh my gosh, poor kid. Oh, can you believe it? Can you believe it? What I just did to that boy. Oh my gosh. That was actually ridiculously sweet. We're gonna have to do a replay of that. Oh my, that was dirty. That was so dirty. Oh, that was so dirty. Twitch chat is just waiting for trolling opportunities. Well, you will not have any. Because I am in massive form today. Massive form. Be sure to ask him questions about things he's very opinionated on. Yeah, that is true, Aquila. But games just last for 2 minutes. I can just ignore chat while finishing the game and then have a big discussion on my stuff I'm opinionated on. I like seeing a good humiliation. Yeah, you're in the right place, Wolf. Okay, we're gonna do a replay now. We're gonna do a replay of what just happened. Yes, I did spend 5 seconds on this move, which is not great, but oh my gosh, what a move. So I could have taken the rook. But then after rook takes back, his bishops are so powerful, and he has a passed pawn on the a file, which actually would be very annoying and quite significant counterplay for black. So instead I play bishop takes d5. If bishop takes back, then I take his queen. If queen takes back, then I'm not using my knight to take this rook. Instead, I would have gone for the fork on the king and the queen, capturing the queen. Position ruined. Bishop takes d5. So good. Ooh, even Buddha agrees bishop d5 was nasty. It was pretty good. I'm happy with that. Overconfident? No, Dirk. I mean, I'm pretty sure I won like 80 bullet games in a row. Someone called Georg? No, why would you want to ruin my mood? You guys are doing important work, boosting my confidence before the important Banter Blitz Cup match tomorrow. It's rising. It was 50 games 10 minutes ago. Yeah, Mario, there's a very concrete correlation between significance of tactics made and and how many games in a row I claim to have won. Uh, can we do this? No, unfortunately, not. Blitz isn't even real chess. I agree. Blitz isn't real chess. Bullet, on the other hand, that's the real deal. I feel like I gave him too many pieces for that queen. I wish I had had more pieces right now. But it's fine. We'll make this work. Oof, his king safety is not optimal at the moment. I kind of want to capture something. Let's go here. Yes, thank you. Thank you. We're taking all the pieces. Was rook takes c6 first viable? I don't think so, Buddha. But we're going to recheck this. So there were tactics in the air. If I take the knight, then you take back. Check, king moves. Takes, 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 takes. And black, white is up a pawn, but black has the bishop pair. No bueno. So I went with the check first. Because then after takes, rook takes, if he takes my queen, then his king is under attack. Very clever, very clever. So that whole tactic, that whole idea was based on the fact that my rook is pointing towards his king, which means he cannot take my queen back. Two bishops, what else? You don't need anything other than two bishops, Augusted. Two bishops is all you need. Respect them. Okay, we're moving on. Next one is a moderator of the stream. He has asked you guys to pose questions on things I am interested in or opinionated on. So go ahead, show your best interesting questions to help Aquila not get completely butchered. Although it is a bit too late now. The butchering has begun. Let's play this move. And then let's take this one. Oh my gosh. He actually had checkmate. He actually had checkmate. So much for being undefeated, huh? He actually had checkmate, and he started thinking. I thought he was just trolling me. I thought he was just waiting for me to realize what I had done. before he would execute the checkmate. That was a bit too close to comfort, but we're fine now. We're fine now. He forgot that part of the plan was to actually take the opportunities you're given, and he didn't take the opportunity. Wow, free piece. Oh, but actually, it's kind of tricky to stop this. Wow, I just thought, well, he's giving me a free piece, and let's capture that. But it's not so easy to prevent Queen F7 check. Like if I try to make some escape room for my king, then he can get his bishop involved as well. Can I play bishop d7? Maybe this is the move. But it feels kind of uncomfortable. Probably this would have been good. But Aquila misses out after knight c6. Check, check, checkmate. Moral victory, yeah. Moral victory is a concept devised by losers. I have claimed my fair share of moral victories over the years, but I know that it is a concept that losers go on about. Dove is looking for some chess improvement advice, having just broken 1400. We have a command for that, actually, Dove. I'm not your traditional chess coach. I know some people who say, "Oh, you shouldn't play blitz chess and it ruins your head." But I am of the opinion that if you want to get good, you gotta practice a lot. And blitz chess is a way to really play a lot of games. Yeah, no, Aquila, I was very scared there, especially since you had a little break before making a move at that Queen f7 juncture. That was very scary. I recommend Blitz Addict. Um, Ultra Bullet or even Bullet is not on my advice list of advice. I had a really weird day today. I slept for more than 10 hours and woke up with a headache. I thought the more you sleep, the less of a headache you get. But apparently I was wrong. Okay, we're moving on. We already had a game against Enku anyway, and he's not here now. Will you add an increment? I mean, do whatever you feel is right for you, Mario. But what I'm trying to say is that don't let people say that internet blitz is not a way of training, because it is. There's quantity and there's quality. And sometimes quantity is just as important as quality. And online blitz is definitely quantity. It's good quantity. Me calling openings boring does sound, it rings true, Erickson. It rings true. Are you offended? Some might even say that me calling openings boring is a compliment. Means that I'm appreciative of your opening. Okay, we have a situation with four versus three on one side. Okay, four versus two on one side. This is looking up. Oof. Pre-moves don't really work that well when you're playing against me. Bloby thought that rook g4 check was going to help him out, but I saw that coming. I'm not sure what you're asking, Oz. I started my stream 45 minutes ago, and tomorrow I'm streaming at 5 p.m. Well, actually, I'm going to start my stream at 4 p.m. But the match starts at 5. Hey, Dradala, how are you doing? Are you interested in a 1-minute game? We're looking for more victims. Your Catalan isn't boring? I mean, it's the Catalan. It's per definition boring, Erickson. Have you ever made a bad pre-move over the board? I'm not sure how you would define a pre-move over the board, addict. You don't have a premium account? Aw. Remember that part of having a premium account is that you can also see the video series, the Chess24 video series. And yesterday I booked my airplane tickets to Hamburg. So there will be a black repertoire, the Hammer Repertoire Black Edition is gonna be a thing. I'm going to Hamburg at the end of this month. So that could be another reason. If you are still on the fence about your Chess24 premium membership, the ability to play against Magnus in banter blitzes and having access to the Hammer repertoire, both white and black, I feel like should be enticing enough. My bishop is in trouble. I'm not too happy about my position here. I really should have captured the pawn on d4 before he managed to reinforce it. But it's okay. We'll live with this. Shadowmate is playing somewhat too slowly for a bullet game. What is this Magnus Giri thing on Twitter? I mean, they're enjoying themselves. And I am enjoying them enjoying themselves. We don't need to define what it is. So long as we're having fun. Ooh, wow. I just realized that I haven't moved my I moved my camera a little bit. Oh man. I moved my camera because I was getting ready for the banter blitz. And I was getting ready for how it should be then. Do you think this camera angle is too close? Usually I have my camera a bit further away. But I think this will work. Hammer phrasing? No, I was doing that on purpose, Aquila. I was trying to sound like, a youthful relationship trying to figure out where they're at, trying to be as undefined as possible. I think my phrasing was fine. Hey Kamal, what is that one? MTX? Is that one of the big Norwegian streamers? I gotta admit, I know so much more about the chess streamers than the Norwegian Twitch community. I honestly wish I knew more about the Norwegian community. R slash fellow kids. Thank you, addict. I think that was. I can only guess what that signifies, but I'm guessing it is on point, an on point sarcastic uh, command. Maybe a little close, yeah, maybe chessman, but I can't be bothered to fix it. I was supposed to fix it before the stream, not during. Um, Sentinel, as I was saying earlier, I think playing Blitz online is a good thing. Bullet, maybe not so much, but whatever makes you enjoy chess is what's going to give you the most progress. If you're not having fun with it, you're not going to get better. It's my general opinion. I can tell you, Chess, that what you are, the opening you're referring to in chat is bad. And that's just not my thoughts, that is objective truth. But it's pretty boring. So in some way, I can understand why you would expect me to say positive things. I disagree, Wolf. I don't agree that you need to analyze all your games, Blitz games, for it to be beneficial. I think that I think that I think that it's just about having fun with the game. And I think a lot of times you learn things without really knowing that you have learned something. Like Civilization. If I just keep playing Civilization time and time and time again, what I have learned is that I need to build a granary early on for my city to grow quickly as soon as possible. When I first started out, I would always chop forests and go for the Great Library as soon as possible. And as I played more and more and more, and as I played on higher and higher levels where Great Library just wasn't possible to get, I realized that there were other strategies that were better. And through experimenting, I learned more about the game and became a better player. Hey Alec, have you played any Hyperbullet in your life? I'm just curious. I don't think you should be allowed to have that opinion, Alec, that Hyperbullet is better if you haven't tried it ever. Hey Marius, how are you doing? Dradala, talking about the same stuff. Never read a guide for strategy games, just learning by doing. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do as well. I am concerned about my development. I am very concerned about my development. And also, I'm very low on time. That's probably not a good move. Oh, actually, it's fine. Okay, here we are. A ridiculously boring position. But we're trying to win it. We're trying to win on time. We're getting closer. My bishop is almost trapped. Oh no. It's fine. It was enough. We had enough queens to give away to get the win. Was chess ever not fun for you? I mean, chess is not fun many times, chessman. Um, because at some point it becomes work, right? Very often, what I have done when I wasn't motivated to look at chess, I just didn't look at chess. I have had many periods of my life where I have been gaming, for instance, instead of playing chess, using time I would normally use playing chess and instead playing, Civilization, Football Manager, and stuff like that. Um, so I have always been a very motivation based um, player, and it's worked out well for me. 10-second chess is the only true form of chess. That's your opinion, Alec. Have you tried it? Have you beaten someone good at it? Avoiding the rematch. Aquila, feel free to use your hammer points to cut in a line and get the rematch. But I am very suspicious of the people saving all of their hammer points, and Aquila is one of them. I suspect he has more than 50,000 lurking, waiting for me to make some mistake of what you can purchase with your hammer points. If the game is about clicking as fast as possible, I have a chance to win. Yeah, that seems fair, Alec. Chessable is a great place to learn. Ooh, that's interesting, Chili Mo. Can you say something about your level or your experience with chess? Because Chessable is kind of the new kid on the block. So I don't know how many are familiar with their concept. And I know that for me, it was interesting, but a bit too basic, which is kind of good at the same time because there's a lot of really advanced chess learning stuff out there. So Chessable hitting that sweet spot for people who are, not grandmasters, which is, most people is good. But it also means that I'm not too familiar um, with their functionality since I never really got the hang of it. Sentinel, I would definitely go for Blitz over Rapid when playing on the internet. I think the internet you cannot expect to have high quality training, but you can get high quantity. So you should go for a time limit that makes you feel like you can play a proper game, but that you can play many games. And I think 30-minute games on the internet is not, I wouldn't recommend that. I wouldn't recommend going above 10 maybe. Thinking for chums, never done it in my life. Okay, Alec, I hear you. Wow, Alec. I might remove you as my Steam friend if you keep revealing deeply personal insights into my gaming. Yeah, I play some Football Manager 2017. I even sometimes play some Football Manager 2014. And they publish a new game every year, but I can't be bothered to buy the full new version when the old one is just fine. Themed tactic guides is a recommendation, a chessable recommendation from Karma Dumpster. Okay, I don't know what that is. I liked their endgame, basic endgames with John Bartholomew. I tried that one. That one was pretty good. Wow, chiropractor. Just having my voice in the background is making you win chess games. That's pretty good. Alex has found a new niche for his online following. Tweeting whenever Hammer is gaming instead of working on his chess. Man. Wow, Bergen is playing Football Manager 2002, 2003. That's pretty extreme. I know a lot of people who like that version though. 100 endgames you must know is great. Oh, I haven't tried that one, Slumka, but I saw Magnus did a video with John Bartholomew on it. That's pretty I'm really intrigued by the amount of stuff Chessable and Chess24 and stuff like that. The amount of access they have gotten to Magnus is incredible. So Magnus did a 1 hour video or something with John Bartholomew during a rest day in Vakanse in the Netherlands, the big tournament there. And because of that, you guys are now able to go on John Bartholomew's YouTube channel and watch a 1 hour video with Magnus explaining endgames. It's pretty ridiculous. Il Grande Maestro gives a shout out to CM0102. I forget which one of these I was playing for a very long time. But I'm happy with the new versions as well. Hey Weg, how are you doing? Where is that? Let me see if I can find the link to that. If we're gonna be discussing John Bartholomew YouTube videos, we should have a link. John Bartholomew. Magnus.
So let's get rolling with the test.
Let's get rolling. The link is in chat now. That was Mr. John Bartholomew saying that we were about to get rolling with the test. Evening, Henker. How are you doing? Are you ready to lose a 1-minute game today, or are you just watching? Hey, Snakey. No, Magnus has repeatedly, the last couple of months, he has repeatedly made a point out of that he doesn't know the rule of the square, which is just ridiculous. People think Magnus is a pretty smart guy, but if he hasn't learned the rule of the square, I'm kind of disappointed. I expect more from a chess world champion. We're gonna get the queen over here. She's gonna do some nasty, nasty business. He got one of them wrong? Okay, I didn't watch the entire video, Marius. He's too confident now? Yeah, Aquila. Also, I got the white pieces. It helps. You bought the endgame course? Craig, did you buy it after you saw Magnus going through it? Did the video with Magnus inspire you to get that course on Chessable? In which case, it's pretty good marketing, I suppose. Kudos. Is this subscribers or viewers? Nick, this is neither, actually. This is against Chess24 premium members. So it's kind of against viewers. It's a mixture, really. Why do you like this G6 setup? Because I have played it for more than 20 years and it enables me to play very quickly. And that is absolutely the only reason. I want to reiterate, for those of you who haven't seen me play 1-minute chess previously, it's very important you understand that this opening is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Do not try this at home, terrible. The only reason I'm doing it is because it enables me to play very quickly, which is a huge upside in 1-minute chess. I'm getting destroyed. I'm getting massively destroyed. Let's try to get this guy back into defense. Ooh, bishop e4 might hurt. Oof. This is quite scary as a result of having a terrible opening, but we get the counterattack. We get the counterattack in the end. Lots of short moves. Yes, that's a good way of putting it, Chaz. Lots of short moves. That's part of the recipe. Chiropractor, I can't tell whether you're trolling or not. But a forced mate in 15 is so rare that I'm not even sure I have ever done that. So you're landing on the probably trolling scale of Twitch comments. What a rookie. Yeah. Haven't done a checkmate in 17 moves. I mean, it's like I never played chess in my life. Yes, addict. Bishop and knight versus king is checkmate. In a lot of moves. Well, I mean, but you don't normally refer to that as being a forced checkmate. Because there are so many options. So even though it's technically a forced checkmate in this and that many moves, we don't really refer to it as such on account of, you know, there being too many different routes the game could take going forward. What are we gonna do here? This one? Let's just go back. I regret my choice. Let's just move this one up the board. Okay, checkmate. Good enough. Wow, Pocket Man is well equipped for a future career in 1-minute chess because he has been studying my 1-minute opening. Well, just because it's bad doesn't mean it's bad, if you know what I mean, because it's effective. It can be effective, but you should never expect it to be objectively good, and you should expect a couple of disasters happening on account of, you know, not getting your pieces out, not having control in the center, getting swooshed on the king side. There's a long list of things that could go wrong in this opening. Hey Yuka, how are you doing? Oh, thank you, Vincent. Well played, great champ, he says. Thank you so much. Ludwig the Butcher has a nice ring to it. Well, really any name with a nickname the Butcher, I think sounds pretty good. What would you call it then if not forced checkmate? Just winning. When you're gonna win in an unknown sequence of moves, but your position with best play should lead to a checkmate, you normally just call it winning. I had a winning position. Mio already has the Butcher as a nickname. Ah, that's too bad. And also, I mean, I feel like he looks more like a butcher also. I wouldn't want to try to take away Mio's nickname on account of how much like a butcher he looks. One thing is having the nickname, but if you also look the part, no one is going to take it away from you. Short move hammer is not so bad either. I would say that was pretty bad. In terms of nicknames, I think short move is not up there. I blundered this guy. Okay. Forgot about that one. Why have I accepted a 3-minute game? What the... Okay, now I understand why you said blitz. How... I was getting so used to you guys understanding that we were playing 1-minute chess that I guess I wasn't paying enough attention to the challenges. Man, this is outrageous. Hey Kramnik student, how you doing? Yes, very tough match coming up tomorrow. I'm playing in the Banter Blitz Cup, going up against Narayanan from India. We had a bit of a discussion how to pronounce the name. I'd be impressed if Hammer can pull this off. Do you think there's any chance I'm not going to win this game? If I thought I was going to lose, I would have just resigned. And I wanted to be stated for the record that even if I do lose, this does not count towards my my score for today. Because my score is 1-minute games only. Okay, I will agree that it's not looking great. I mean, I'm not super happy about my position. I'm just saying there's potential for winning. That potential is disappearing quickly though. Ah, a draw. Oh, he didn't want to draw? Shocking. We wins. I was losing because I can't tell whether you guys are trolling or whether you are not understanding that the only reason I'm losing is because I was doing poorly on time. I was playing so quickly initially. Or are you saying that the other guy is losing? In which case, yes, I'm gonna win on time. I'm making it happen. This is how we do it, people. I can't believe you guys ever doubted me. I can't believe you guys ever doubted me. Okay, we're back to the 1 minute games, but just to make sure this doesn't happen again, I'm declining all the challenges that were not 1 minute games. We don't want a repeat of that. Not a win to be proud of? Are you kidding me? Of course it is. It's the proudest, most proud win of the day. The guy tried to trick me into playing a blitz game instead of 1 minute, and he got what he deserved. Uh-oh. I foresee potential problems in the long diagonal. We're gonna need to do something crazy. Okay, king h2. My king is safe. You can get so far in 1 minute chess as long as you have a safe king. That's kind of key. As long as your king is safe, you can allow yourself to lose quite a bit of pieces. Did you get rating? Yes, Marius, I got 1 point. That's what we get for a win. Yeah, I might be a bit unfair, Kranich student. He might not have known. Well, also he might have just assumed that I would actually pay attention to whether or not I accept a 1 minute game. Undisputed in chat. Yeah, he didn't know. He didn't know. He got the 3 minute game. He tried his best, but I was in the 1 minute mode, and that's why we didn't beat him on the board. We were in the bullet mode, which is either destroy or flag. And we got the flag. What players do you have the worst score against? I don't really want to relive that, Addict. I have horrible scores against Nakamura and Anand. Like, truly horrible. And I think I have pretty bad score against Romain Edouard. But yeah, you're asking me to relive bitter memories now. Okay, how many pawns did we capture there? I would say it was a significant amount. In my opinion, we captured a significant amount of pawns. And now we're coming for the checkmate. This opening should be named after the hammer. You know, in my opinion, it already is, Chaz. Whenever I play it, I refer to it as my opening. The problem is that stalemate? No. It's dangerously close though. The problem is no one really writes books about trashy openings. And so there hasn't been an opening work that has really properly, formally named it the hammer. But if you would consider streams like a medium, then I guess you could say that popular culture, aka streaming, has named this opening the hammer. How many of those knuckle losses were due to bad luck? A couple, Marius, a couple. Bishop takes b1 for like how many moves? Okay. Yeah, okay, it happens. You know, we can't always play good moves. Fair enough. I didn't see that. He didn't see it either. It works out. Even Magnus refers to it as the hammer opening. Yeah, do I really need more than that? That should be enough. Will you play some games after your match tomorrow? Ericsson, it depends on whether I win or not. If I lose, definitely not. If I lose, I'm gonna go off stream as soon as humanly possible and, eat candy to comfort myself. If I win, probably I'll stick around and play some games. Is the hammer variation more reliable than the bow test gambit? I would say they're about equal strength. It's all about the person executing it. For instance, when I play the bow test gambit, I tend to win. When she does it, she tends to lose. When I play the hammer opening, I tend to win. When she does it, she'll probably lose. It's not just about the opening, it's also about the person executing it. Shots fired? Yeah, definitely. Go be obnoxious Twitch people and clip it and, send it to her. And she will tell you that it's probably true. I don't think she would object to my assessment. What's going on here? The sleepy one. This is our third or fourth game against the sleepy one. He's pretty good at chess, I would say. But I have been given the bishop pair, and you know how that works. Not in your favor. Giving me the bishop pair is never a good strategy. I will just take everything. Are you gonna give me this one as well? No. How about this one? Yes. Oof, feels bad. Feels bad. Ooh, I'm gonna take that one as well. Gonna make sure he doesn't capture my pawn over there. Here we come with the king, and he's out of time. What do you know? What is the bow test gambit? Asks Ches. It is losing your queen, unintentionally losing your queen. So the Lefong is making a silly move trying to catch your opponent pre-moving. The hammer opening is what we're watching right now, and the bow test gambit is losing your queen unintentionally. Hammer is unbeatable today. Well, I already announced that before we started. It is happening today. My confidence is being boosted ahead of my big match tomorrow. Aquila, yes, Aquila was actually the one closest to making something happen. He apologizes to everyone else, but really, the people are probably grateful that Aquila wasn't the one to get the win, so that they are still in the running to be the guy who takes me down in such unbeatable form. Let's do... I'm confused what I want to do. I'm not sure I should have done that. I may slightly regret that decision. But it's okay. We have bishops. Bishops protecting pawns from the far side. It's pretty powerful. Let's see if we can get rid of queens. That was a weird move. I'm a bit confused. I don't think I played this very well. Okay, but I played it well enough to get the win. That's all we're looking for. I have to root for Hammer because I want to beat him afterwards. Yes, Ericsson basically saying what I just said. People want to be the first to get the win. You don't have to apologize, Aquila. The only one you have to apologize to is yourself. Because you could have been the guy, the one. The chosen one. Wow. What are you doing? Let me get to 2990 and then crush my dreams. That's kind of rude. This guy is pretty good. It's a very boring position. And it's difficult to make any progress. And I kind of overextended myself. Okay, that's good. That's an improvement. Okay, we're slowly improving our position. Making tiny little steps. Tiny little improvements. Don't choke. Oh, don't choke. Oh, I choked. I choked big time. Oh, that's so bad. And he choked? Wow. That was a big choke both ways. But fortune favors the brave. Actually, that's not a very good translation. In Norwegian, fortune favors the brave is kind of more like translated luck favors the the actually kind of good looking is the literal translation. Um, Luck favors the prepared mind. That's one, but I'm not sure it's applicable for this situation. But it was I choked. I choked big time. I spent 10 seconds on one move. You're not supposed to spend 10 seconds on one move. But it happened. The reason I spent so much time is because I was so concerned here that if takes, then check and bishop attacks the rook and creates a checkmate threat. So I was trying to figure out how can I, not end up in trouble like that. And I thought my strategy was pretty good. I thought my strategy was pretty good to try to get this checkmate. But then g5 was a good move, and then I gave this check, which was, I thought, okay, I give a check and then I take his pawn. But I forget that after I give the check, my bishop is trapped. I cannot do anything. In Dutch, it's luck favors the dumb. Wow. Was not expecting that. Luck favors the dumb. I don't know if I agree with that, Henker. Yeah, good game, Knife. That was really close. Fortune favors the bold. Ah, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. What was it I was saying? Fortune favors the prepared mind. It's all about who chokes last. Yes, Slomka. When I bonded my bishop, at least I knew that I could now pre-move the rest of the game without really feeling any consequence. You said fortune favors the brave. Ah, okay. The bold. In German, it's luck favors the hardworking. Yeah, no, that makes sense. If only I had the Alec close up. Luck is no coincidence. This is a good example. Luck is no coincidence, people. What are hammer points? It's a concept in Twitch chat, Shadowmate. So if you watch my stream while you're logged in on Twitch, you get loyalty points, which you can then use to cut ahead in the line. Okay, we're moving on. Yeah, I know it's easy, Alec. I just didn't do it, okay? Noah, I'm playing 1 minute today. Naka's victory were all well deserved. You know, he's a bold guy. And sometimes the luck favors the bold. The 1/2 point I've ever gotten against Hikaru was when I just exchanged everything as white. I didn't feel very cool doing it, but at the same time, I really didn't want to lose against him again. So I actually apologized to Hikaru afterwards, and I just said, I just had to exchange all the pieces because I couldn't lose to you again. Over the board, yes. What did he reply? No, he was fine about it. We were playing the FIDE Grand Prix and he was in the lead. We were both in the lead or something. It was very early in the tournament and he was just getting settled. He didn't really mind. Okay, we're doing something crazy. I am already up a piece. We can afford to sacrifice a piece to open up for our bishops. He didn't even want to accept the sacrifice. Naka has dropped a lot in rating. Yeah, but not at that point. At that point, he was pretty highly rated still. You haven't tried Twitch? Well, you should check it out, Shadowmate. It's an interesting community. Ooh, next up is Aquila trying for a third time, but getting the black pieces again. Black pieces not optimal if you want to win. He chooses not to go for any Lefong plan. Instead, he's massively weakening his king side, opening up around his own king. That is very ill-advised, I would say. He's trying to copy the strategy that almost got him a win earlier, but it's not going to work this time though. Massacre, says Noah. Yeah. If you guys challenge me right now, you must understand that you're volunteering for slaughter. One of you will be the big hero getting the first win against me in what feels like forever. Because I had a bullet stream like a week ago and I won every single game. So I am undefeated in 1 minute chess, like more than 100 games in a row. It just keeps increasing. It just keeps increasing. But to be fair, I have won quite a few games today also. So there's a reason why it keeps going up. We're not going to give away our dark squared control. Yeah, okay, maybe now we are. Yeah, that was very cool, Drago. The Latin origin of all these phrases. Does Magnus own Jan Gustafsson? That's a good question, Rolled Sigs. Does Magnus own Jan Gustafsson? I would say yes. I would say Jan is basically Magnus's slave. Jan has been working for 2 world championship matches on Magnus's team. Um, so I would say he basically owns Jan at this point. And I think Jan is perfectly happy being owned by Magnus. It's a nice relationship. He gets to be in the vicinity of chess royalty. Who wouldn't want that? Has MC adopted Jan? I'm sure he could if he wanted to. But I don't know if the formal papers have gone through. Slaves don't get paid though? Are you saying Jan got paid for his work during the World Championship? Because frankly, based on the wide openings Magnus had against Fabiano, I would say his seconds didn't deserve getting paid. Oof, that queen is not having a good day. Wow, Mario is quite the slave worker, slave driver. Is that a thing? In Norwegian, you would say slavedriver. What would you say for like the person or kind of bossing around the slaves? Slave master, maybe. Um, wow. Mario would just withhold food until they had some good ideas. That's probably not the right strategy, I'm gonna say. I would say that without food, I am less good at finding good ideas. If anything, I think what I would do if people weren't finding enough good ideas, I would just force feed them sugar to get them completely high on sugar and energized and all of that, and they would be unable to go to sleep with that amount of sugar, and they would just keep giving them chocolates and whatnot until they find some good ideas. Yeah, caffeine bombs as well. Good strat. Better substances than sugar. This is a drug-free zone, Sunumka. Well, that's not entirely. I am not too familiar with drugs. I think it's more accurate. Magnus owns Jan on a lot of different levels. Yeah, that's probably also true, Grand Maestro. Noah, I can check after this game. That's a free pawn. Thank you. It's a really important pawn as well. Kind of holding the whole center together. Okay, clever guy. Getting my bishop. Feels bad. Shame on him for taking my bishop. Okay, I'm gonna try to capture his bishop. My revenge. Uh, let's see. Noah, yeah, your challenge is on the list. As is Hans's challenge, but unfortunately, we're not taking 5 minute games today. Hans, feel free to re challenge for a 1 minute game. I'm trying to set a new chess 24 record for wins in a row in 1 minute chess. Probably I already took down the record, but at this point, we're just adding on. Okay, Daddy Cool, don't fall for the fork now. Don't do anything silly. Don't feel stressed at all. He's actually playing better than I am comfortable with. We're gonna have to do a little counter strike in the middle. Okay. I'm not super happy with the way I played this. Okay, we're attacking something. Ooh, I could have played this one. We get a new chance. It's good. Miss it once, shame on me. Miss it twice, shame on you. Something like that. The sleepy one is back for more. Still operating with a 1500 1-minute rating. Has played beyond that strength several times now. But on the other hand, my form just keeps getting better and better. So there is a question. Ooh, nasty, nasty, big problem, huge problem right there. And he just resigns. He's not having it. He's not playing on with a bishop less. He's just gonna get back in a line and try again. That's what I like to see. Early resignations. Keep them coming. You played well, Dad. Thank you, Ches. You're disgusted, Mario? Man. You'll try again, I'm sure. Noah, board isn't coming up. Okay. Noah has the board. Because he just made some moves. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Oh, he didn't fall for it. Kind of disappointed. Okay, we're just protecting everything. Keeping stuff protected. That is one of the key ingredients to winning chess games. The other one is get your opponent scared with good use of knights. And good use. I was about to say something there. I was about to say something that didn't really. Good use of knights have gotten me a win again, is what I was about to say. But I got tricked. I got tricked bad. But then I counter-tricked him, so it's fine. Getting tricked is okay as long as you trick him back later. Wow, we're gonna need a replay there. Yeah, I didn't see that at all. I should have taken this one maybe. I just thought, oh, free pawn. Could have gone g5. G5 would have been good. Did not see that coming at all. Still undefeated. Not only undefeated, Liebers, I have won every single game. And it's been quite a few now. We have played many, many, many games. And we're still winning all of them. Almost had it. Yeah, Noah. Almost. Aquila knows a thing or two about almost. How many? So many, we don't have count, Drago. We have no idea. We're gonna have to put some researchers on it. It might be a server record. I'm pretty confident, actually, it's a server record. But if someone is willing to volunteer their time, we would love to hear how many wins in a row in 1 minute chess. Take that one. Feels bad, man. that one. Take that one. So many pieces getting dropped. Take that one. Once something goes wrong, things have a tendency to just collapse in your face. And I think that's what just happened with Shadowmate. However, Shadowmate, from now on, I'm not going to accept your challenges unless you challenge to a rated game. Because I need the rating points. We're going for 3,000. Yeah, that dark squared bishop is always going to cause some trouble. Noah. Good games. Thank you, sir. Trying to farm one rating point at a time? Well, it's proving quite effective, Alec. I mean, I was 2750 not too long ago. 1 point at a time, that's how we do it. And here, I might even get 2 points. We're very happy Mr. Frankie Fingers has challenged. 2 points per win. It's massive. I should have done Queen B6, but whatever's. So many things to capture. I'm spoiled for choice. Okay, that's good. Voluntarily moving your king in the middle. Not optimal chess strats, I'm gonna say. Just, if possible, don't do it. That's my advice to you. Something nasty is about to happen. Three points. Wow, Gooch. Amazing. 3 points. It makes up for the fact that our games versus the previous guy were unrated against Hans. Okay, I'm surprised by the number of people who haven't tried to Lefong me, who haven't tried to catch me in a cheeky pre-move. And now I'm also be aware though that I'm actively encouraging you to do it so that I can get more quick wins. So there is a risk connected with doing it. What is Lefong? It's making a bad move directed at catching your opponent in a pre-move. So basically, you give away a piece for free, but you hope to get out of it winning because your opponent was not expecting that move and therefore made a pre-move that doesn't really work well with the intended plan. I'll show you on the board after. Why is it called Lefong? Because the guy who started doing it was named Lefong. True story. Okay, so one example of Lefonging would be to go d4, bishop h g7, and then you go bishop h6. And the idea is that if I pre-move e6, then you take my bishop and then you take my rook. However, if I do not pre-move e6, you lose because I take your bishop. It's a risky strategy. But with the percentage of games I'm winning, it's as good a strat as any. Hey, String Dog, how are you doing? Busy, I suspect. Yeah, that is true, Gooch. Lafong plays Banter Blades for Chess24. He's from Canada, so he streams pretty late European time, but he's around if you're interested in having a conversation with the man himself. Hey, Gio, how are you doing? Alec, everyone is Canadian in chess, it feels. Name someone in chess who's not Canadian. Tori, maybe, but she's basically. It's just a little border wall, and she might be on the Canadian side. Depends on how fat Trump wants his border wall. Suddenly, all of Minnesota is Canada. Hammer is not Canadian? Yeah, that is true. I was once in Canada. Isn't that good enough? In Norway, you will make newspaper headlines. If you are famous and you have been to Norway, we will write newspaper stories about you. Like this summer, it was headlines that some kind of Hollywood dude was in Norway. That's all it takes. I don't think we're gonna get there today, Gio, but my goal is to feel good in preparation for the Banter Blitz Cup match that I have tomorrow. And so far, I gotta say, my confidence very, very good. We're crushing it. We'll see how close we get to 3,000 bullet. But I suspect I have won more than 100 bullet games in a row. We need someone to research it though. Here we go again. The sleepy one is back at it. Once again, trying to break down my defenses. But I'm gonna get a queen trade. And when Hammer gets a queen trade, you know you're going down, unfortunately. Okay, I didn't get my queen trade. This is somewhat complicated. Some complications have arisen. Who knows what's going on? I'm very confused. He's playing very well. But very well sometimes is not good enough. Not always good enough. He played better than me, but I played faster than him. And that is why we're playing 1 minute chess today, because I don't need to worry about good moves. We only care about fast moves today. You don't have much real news in Norway? Well, Mario, foreigner, famous people visiting Norway is considered real news. It's as real as it gets. It means that the world cares about our little place, our little outskirts town of the world. And we desire that approval, that recognition. Haha. Yeah, good game, Mario. Hey, Halvard. Yeah, strong 1400. Some of these guys, they only play 1 minute chess against me. So you can kind of tell by their rating how many times they have lost against me in 1 minute chess. For instance, Aquila probably lost to me 20 times. The reason I know that is I take 1500, I subtract, I even know the fancy wording for it. I subtract, we're just going to take this. I considered giving a check, but I, I didn't. We're not getting the queen out that early. Okay, now, how, on the other hand, this is the opportune moment. He's threatening my queen, kind of rude. But then he developed his bishop to a square where I can attack more than one piece at once, which is good. And then he thought I was going to give a check, but I am sneakier than that. Very sneaky. And now for the final touches. We get the queen on the same diagonal as the king. And we give the final checkmate. Check. There's got to be a checkmate here somewhere. Check. There it is. Crush them all, especially tomorrow. Thank you, Gio. Tomorrow, the prize for winning against Narayanan is pretty significant. I think it's a huge prize, like 2,000 euros to win. So up until this point, there hasn't been any prizes for winning matches in the Banter Blitz Cup, but now it starts, and it starts pretty high immediately. So I'm actually kind of nervous. But on the other hand, the last time we played, it worked out pretty well. I wasn't sure what to expect against Mobsession either, and that was a resounding success. Fred Silla, thank you for the compliment. You're actually pretty good at chess. Thank you, Fred. I look better when playing 1 minute chess than when I play blitz chess. When I play blitz, I make some silly errors and people may question my abilities. But in 1 minute chess, when you're in the flow, it's just booyah style. Isn't it $800? Oh, not more? I thought it was more. Okay, but $800 is still a lot of money. That is actually a really good question. I was watching this video that was basically trying to ask philosophical questions, questions that made you think about your life and stuff like that. And one of the questions were, how much money would you consider a lot of money? I thought that question was so good because it's going to be very different from person to person. but always it's going to tell you something about that person and how they perceive the world and what their reality is. Wow, are you telling me that if I win this match, Snakey, I am in the top 8? Did I really get that far in the Banter Blitz Cup? That's incredible. I'm top 16 in the match? No, that can't be right. Oh, yeah. So if I win this match, I'm top 16, but it's still pretty good. What was the question? How much money do you consider a lot of money? Alec. It doesn't really matter how you, it depends what you want to buy with it. It's what do you consider a lot of money? And it can be different from person to person, of course. I think this works. If he takes that one, I take that one. We are last 32. Yes, I think that's correct, Snakey. That checks out. They started with 128. I won the first one. Then I'm top 64. Then I won the second one. And I'm top 32. There's a best streamer prize in the Banter Blitz. Yes, there is, Bergen, but I haven't understood the rules, and I was asking them about the rules, and it kind of seems like they don't really. Oh, I was supposed not to take these matches because it's unrated, but I guess we'll do it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's open for interpretation from person to person, but I thought it was an interesting question. A lot of money is the amount my wife spends every month. Okay, and how much is that, Bloby? Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I guess it's open for interpretation. I personally, I would maybe say um, like $80,000 is a lot of money. But yeah, I guess different people have different perspectives. So maybe it doesn't become such an easy comparison thing. I mean, 80,000 is quite a bit. Yeah, maybe I want to go higher. Yeah, I guess it depends a lot on how you kind of, what perspective you have. If it is to get your dream house or if it's just to change your your standard of living. Yeah, maybe that should be the definition. What kind of, how much money do you think change would make you change the way you live your life? Maybe that's a better question. Hammer just revealed his yearly salary. Yeah, kind of. But yeah, no, to change your life, the way you live your life, maybe. Maybe that's better. And if that's the definition, I would probably go higher than 80. A Dutch comedian once said, I can't believe how much money I have because of the amount of candy I can buy compared to when I was a kid. Yeah, it's important with perspective. Perspective is important. Now that, oh yeah, this is actually big news in Norway that I haven't told you guys about. Um, the Norwegian TV2 lost their rights for the Premier League starting 2022. And a lot of people have said kind of, oh, but this is interesting because then TV2 can go after other sports rights and stuff like that. But I am a bit concerned about how this is going to affect chess and chess broadcasts. Because contrary to what people believe, that TV2 is now spending many billion, some billion kroners on the rights to broadcast the English Premier League, top soccer league. It doesn't really work that way. That money isn't like money they now have lying around because they were making money on the Premier League. So if anything, now they're making less money than before, and so it might actually have a negative impact on some of the niche sports because now there's kind of less money in the system to finance some of the uh, less popular sports. In Norway, it's really all about soccer, handball, skiing, and biathlon. Hanker says, I can't believe the amount of beer I can buy now compared to when I was in college. Yes, perspective. It's all about perspective. Really thinks you almost got a last round game against me. I like to think I would have crushed you if that was the case. Is TV2 pay TV? No, Snaky, it's not. There goes your fourth job. Yeah, I think fourth is about right, Dirk. I have, luckily, I have some fallback plans. Do you have commercial TV stations? Yes, Mario. So TV2 is one of the commercial stations. If you win, there's Donchenko waiting next. Really, Bergen? That's ridiculously good pairings. Donchenko is lower rated than me. Yeah, no, I'm feeling some pressure about tomorrow. It would be a big deal if I could get the win. How many pawns did I capture in a row here? I think I captured a freakish amount of pawns in a row. Oh, I'm way down on time actually. Poor guy. He's facing an army. Poor guy. Donchenko overrated? I think so, Ericsson. Did he get better? Is he 2650? Oh, he's 2647. Okay. Well, he used to be lower rated. at least. You should tell them about NRK, how we are forced to pay for a TV channel as long as you own a TV. That is not true anymore, though, Fred. They have abolished the license fee. A system, I think, which is actually quite common. I think the UK has the same and Sweden has the same. But now the state broadcaster, NRK, is financed over the taxes. So it's no longer like that if you have a television, you have to pay for NRK. Okay, Java confirming some facts that it's the same system in the UK. And Ericsson, I don't know what that is. That was not really a proper Lefong. That was kind of in the middle of nowhere style. It wasn't a Lefong attempt, and at the same time, it cost him a piece. Feels bad, man. Poor guy. I will keep capturing your boys. I'm so slow. Okay, I'm going back and forth. Here's the plan. Here's the plan. Here's the plan. Here's the plan. That's gonna do it. That's gonna do it. Any idea of the result? Fres versus Ferrugia? I mean, it's gonna be a steamroller, Bloby. I'm very glad I'm not in the Ferrugia bracket. Let's put it like that. Okay, we're still in here. We're still fighting. We're still trying. And I feel like we're making progress. Where are we on the rating? 18, 29, 18. I guess we're just going to keep going and see how far we get. Bye, Hanker. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you stop by tomorrow for the Banter Blitz Cup. Thank you, Things. How are you so sure that Ferrugia is going to steamroll Fres? Because Magnus said so, and Magnus is a pretty good judge of chess ability. I believe Magnus's words, as they were reported to me, was... Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure someone told me that Magnus said that Fres is going to get crushed. I trust Magnus when it comes to chess. I don't trust him in any other area of life, but when it comes to chess, he's trustworthy. FPL, I wouldn't trust him. I mean, if he were to give you advice for FPL, I wouldn't trust him. He would be the kind of guy to kind of give you false arguments to make sure that you end up behind him in the final standings. Orlando, I see your challenge, but unfortunately, I'm only playing against Chess24 premium members. However, one of the benefits of being a premium member is that you get to watch all of the video series on Chess24. So I would definitely recommend looking into it if that could be something for you. I also want to mention that I am going to be making a full black repertoire because I bought my plane tickets to Hamburg yesterday. So it is confirmed. Black repertoire happening! Exclamation point video series in chat. Chess24 better than chess.com, asks Patsy. For video content, I would say yes, for sure. And Chess24 is also the only place where you occasionally can play against Magnus. What will you base it on? Mario, it's going to be Shadowmate. I'm sorry, I did warn you already. I'm looking for rated games, so I'm declining your challenge. What was I saying? Base it on. Oh, yes. So it's going to be some kind of Spanish main line for black against e4. And a Queen's Gambit declined against d4. Basically, we're going to put pawns in the center and get our pieces out quickly. No, I'm not playing Blitz today, Hosin. They know, Berenson. It has already been announced that they will launch their new interface in 2020. In general, I would suspect that there's going to be a lot of exciting stuff happening up to and including the World Championship this year. I don't know when Chess24 is launching their new stuff, but I know that there's stuff in the works that's going to be launched during the World Championship when a lot of people are paying attention to chess. So mark your calendars. There's gonna be some cool stuff. I think there's gonna be a Carlson opening chiropractor. And Magnus is very good at getting unusual positions early on. So I wouldn't say that it would have to be for an opening to get a new name, it would have to be on move 15. I think Magnus has shown he's capable of creating unique positions already by move 5. Jackster, I'm playing Chess24 premium members. Okay, here we have Kevin, who's being very aggressive, pushing his H-pawn up towards my king. A lesser man, it might be nervous for facing such aggression, but I am no lesser man. I am ready for aggression. I'm used to it. I'm used to people just launching all their pieces in my king's general direction. What's going on here? So many things that can be captured. I'm very confused. Okay, I feel like he got away from that. And also knight d6 is a problem. Okay, we're gonna have to do something extreme. I was not liking the trend in the game. Something extreme was called for, and the confusion that arose in the extreme measures I took turned out to give me 2 rooks and a bishop more than Kevin. Wow. Wow. So sometimes when you start capturing stuff, you just keep capturing and capturing and capturing until the opponent doesn't have any pieces left. Feels bad. Bergen, yes, I will be streaming the Banter Blitz Cup. I'll keep that in mind, Berenson. Wait until you see how my beard grows, and then you might change your mind, though. Can we just replay that? Because I ended up with 2 rooks more than my opponent. That was more than what I was expecting. Okay, so here I sacrificed my knight with the idea that I would get a lot of pawns in exchange for it, but also that I would prevent knight d6. But had my opponent played knight takes e6 here, then yeah, I would have been in big trouble. This is not good for me. This is very, very bad for me. But here he could have played knight d6, which would have just been winning, I suspect, for white. So I felt like drastic measures were called for. Maybe I should have taken this one, but then, you know, it's complete chaos. Who's winning here? I don't know. Actually, maybe I could play it like this. And then if this one, I could take this one. That would have been pretty cool. But it was too complicated for me to realize. Anyway, so we had so we sacrificed the knight, but after taking this guy, he didn't take back and blundered that I could take his bishop, and then I could take his rook, but he took my bishop. So now I'm up a rook, but then there was some very unfortunate circumstances here where I managed to capture another rook and a knight. And then there were no white games, white pieces left. Okay, let's continue. I can already now say that we're too far away from 3,000 to make it today. I'm feeling a bit hungry, but we'll do another 30 minutes and then we'll rest. I'll try to prepare a bit for my match tomorrow. I need some good ideas. I need some plan for the opening. 3,000 will be hard? No, Mario, you are incorrect. 3,000 will be hard to make today, but that I am gonna make 3,000 at some point, I have complete confidence. Because I am crushing you guys. The only thing holding me back is time and opponents. I have had some problems with not having enough willing opponents. Apparently some people don't like getting annihilated time after time. Who would have thought? That was not a good trade for me, but it worked out. Who do you play with tomorrow? I'm gonna be playing against Narayanan. Narayanan from India. MBL said that the bookmaker's odds for the Fres-Perugia match wasn't even computable. Wow. Coming from a mathematician like MVL, uncomputable, that's strong wording right there. I almost want to ask Danya for a favor to come in here and win. Aquila, you also need to realize that I get to decide who I play. So Danya can't just come in here and think he's gonna win, because I'm just gonna avoid his challenge like a properly programmed chicken. I know my limitations and I'm sticking with them. That's a free pawn. Oof, that's the bishop pair. GG. Bishop pair for hammer. GG. Good game. No use really even playing anymore. Oh my gosh. Bishops are so good. Oh, bishops. I am in love with you. Oh, there goes a knight. Oh, there goes a bishop. There's like a gazillion pawns. And there's a checkmate. Bishop pair. It's so good. I don't think people who watch this stream really fully appreciates the power of the bishops. I feel like I've told you time and time and time and time again. And yet I see people giving away bishops. But don't do it. Look what happens when you keep them. Berlin and Petrov skills. Yeah, Mario, that's probably what we should be going for tomorrow. Hikaru likes knights. Yeah, well, Hikaru is a very tricky player. Knights are good for tricky players. Bishops are good for people who try to play good chess, proper chess. Knights are just good for, catching the opponent unaware, poorly concentrated, something like that. Thank you, Diop. I hope you come back tomorrow for the Banter Blitz game match. It starts at 5 p.m. European time. Okay, let's see if Mario has something to offer us this game. I'm gonna say no. This is a big problem for him, not for me. Big problem for him. Okay, he managed to get out of it without losing more than one pawn. I guess that's something. But I am ready to take more than one pawn in the coming moves. That's a queen. And he resigns. First loss for Hammer is coming. Torquay, you were wrong. That's all I got. Playing bullet against Hammer is like taking bad drugs. You know the outcome, but still can't stop. And most of the time, it's not even fun while consuming it. Do you have a lot of experience with bad drugs? Has the city to hold the Pro Chess League finals been decided yet? Yes, Ulan. It's going to be in Norway. It's going to be in Norway. They haven't said where in Norway, though. It's being announced on... That was actually the meeting I was in. The reason I was late today. It's being announced where? On Wednesday, I believe. Norway is not a city. Well, yes, okay. I will have a counterpoint to your thing once the city is announced, Ulan. Okay, I didn't really play this very well, but it's good enough. Dates are May 21st to May 24th. Ooh, important information. Thank you, Gondolius. There's also some exciting there's a lot of exciting news in that on Wednesday. So if I were you, I would stay aware of the chess Twitter sphere for the announcements on this event in Norway. Would be fun if it was at the Good Night. The Good Night doesn't have space for that kind of thing, Hallmark. But I will tell you that the Good Night Chess Pub will have a pop-up bar at the event. It's gonna be a big deal. Norway is a kingdom like Spain? Yes, we are. For some reason, we believe in giving people advantages from being in a weird gene pool. Yes, Johnny, bullet time today. Send me a challenge if you dare. I have won every single game so far. It is not in the long European, Ulan. I don't think I'm revealing too much if I say it's south of Trondheim. Darth Kata. It's time to make a move. I am looking for that 3,000 bullet rating, and to make that happen, I need punctual opponents ready to go immediately. Okay, we gave him a shot. Let's move on. 3,000 only in your dreams? No. It's happening, Torquay. There's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good, Aquila. I will tell you as much. Based on what I have learned the last couple of days, you really want to come to Norway. It's gonna be very cool. You're quite the globetrotter, aren't you? Globetrotter? Globetrotter? Hmm. I should have taken on G4. I regret. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. We're fine. No concerns. Feels bad. Aquila, I'll let's talk after. I'll tell you some stuff. Queen g3. It was not optimal, but when low on time and stressed out, you make bad moves. If he had moved his queen, then I would have taken his bishop, and it would have been checkmate also. So it's not like he had a good move in the position. Hey Joseph, I'm having a pretty good chess day, I gotta say. Maybe I have taken all of your good luck for myself. I have won every single game today, which is why I'm playing 1 minute. I'm here to be in a good mood, and 1 minute puts me in a good mood. Darth Kada, I mean, we're playing pretty quick games. We'll get around to you again, I'm sure. Just re-challenge. There's not too many norm tournaments in Norway, Ericsson. Um, but there's a tournament in Easter at a mountain resort. And they have, well, basically every tournament in Norway that qualifies for norms make sure that they have some kind of concept for people to get from Oslo airport to the tournament. So there, it's the tournament I'm playing. Um, the tournament I'm playing this in a week. That's one norm tournament in Norway, and there's also the a tournament in Easter at Fagernes. Both places are pretty away from the easy to get to area, but they have buses from the Oslo airport, so you should manage to get there. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Mario, why are you taking this pawn? That makes no sense. Also, speaking of moves that make no sense. Well, I guess you better just get better then, Halvard. You'll get there. Yeah. Okay, I may have been a bit too high on myself, typing in chat while playing and being in trouble. Um, but I think we can win this time scramble. I think it's within reach. Oh, that was not a good move. I very much regret that move. Okay, we got the win on time. Honestly, I'm close to winning this game also, because this passed pawn is so far up the board. Helped out by the king. What's up, Hulk? How are you doing? Thanks for the game, Mario. Good games. Goodbye, Geo. Thank you so much. I hope to see you tomorrow. Okay, Bloby is in the house, ready for a rematch. Wow. My position is so good. So good. I have the bishop pair. I have more pawns in the center. I have an open f-file pointed down towards his king. We're going to sacrifice if given the chance. Let's get some protection over here. Alicante, really? Wow, Pizza Racer. That's pretty far. That's very far. Okay, somehow my amazing position has taken a turn for the worse. But there is the tactic we needed. The breakthrough. Check. Check. Checkmate. A legendary Olaf in the house with a 13-month rematch. Resub. Thank you so much, Olaf. Fred Silla, yes, if you go premium on Chess24, I promise you a game. But if you do go premium, please keep in mind that you can use code HAMMER for a 15% off a discount. Just use the code HAMMER when ordering your premium membership. Do you get a cut when you use that code? No, I don't get a cut, Pizza Racer, but I get a better kind of. It's easier for me to negotiate good deals when I can say that, well, look at all of this business that I have gotten for you guys. You really should continue this deal because it's really working out for you guys. So it's more about being able to prove your worth than actual cuts. I think it's the same for most things. No, I guess maybe like some Amazon and online shopping stuff, you get a cut. But for me, it's just about proving my worth. Yeah, of course you can use other codes. I think the whole kind of code system, part of how it works is that some people will only be familiar with Chess24 via my streams. And then it will be a situation where they don't really know about the other codes. And so um, it's price discrimination. Actually, I gotta focus because this got a bit out of hand. This is potential trouble. I'm trying to exchange some pieces. Yeah, I think I got out of the trouble. I got hold of this pawn. That's what I needed. In some ways, it's price discrimination. that some people will not know about the other codes. And then it will very clearly be that they know about or got their premium membership because of me. If that makes sense. Okay. Um, Ericsson is up next. Then Kasparov fan, Shadowmate, and I'm also expecting a challenge from Fred before we say good night and welcome back tomorrow. Okay, I'm pushing my pawns forward. I'm not sure it's very clearly the best strategy all the time, but I feel like this has worked out well. I would say I'm happy with my position. More happy than he is, at the very least. It's a free knight. Okay, where are we at? 30, 32? Honestly, we're progressing very quickly. I'm gonna get to 3,200. The way this is going, I mean, I'm not even being close to losing in any games. I think I can do 3,200. Wow, Ericsson, are you approaching tilt? That's the optimal moment to play more games for me. When people are so dismayed at losing many games in a row. That's where when you gotta pounce. Always rematch after you won a game. That's an important life lesson right there. Use the command challenge for instructions, Fred. Born tilted? Yeah, some of us are like that, Aquila. Poor guy. Poor guy. Poor guy. All the pieces pointed in towards the king, the queen, and the knight. And Black's bishop trying to help out, but being blocked by an armada of pawns. What are you gonna do? It ain't easy. It ain't easy. Okay, Fredrik, we're going. Let's go. We're holding back some pieces though. Oh, poor Fred. If this is his first time playing on chess 24, maybe he doesn't have pre-move enabled. That's gonna be a problem. The pin is almost irrelevant. Nah, I kind of liked it. I thought it was a pretty important feature in the position. This is what I've been doing all day. And poor Fredrik. Even though he used code hammer, he's not getting any special treatment. He's just out here like the rest of you. How can you be so motivated after all this time? I don't know. Winning just puts me in a good mood, Erickson. Yeah, good game, Francilla. Yeah, godly pawn chain. I agree. Pawn chains are so undervalued. We gotta talk more about pawn chains. They're so good. Pawns protecting each other. That's the greatest love there is. This bishop is dead. Yes, it's technically not dead, but for all intents and purposes, I think it's fair to say that that bishop ain't coming back. Ooh, he's trying to attack stuff. He's kind of successfully attacking stuff, but it's fine. We're fine. Hey, Ham Viking, how are you doing? Good night, Mario. I hope to see you tomorrow. I could have just taken this one. We'll get a new chance, though. Eating Osterpop. Wow. That was more detailed than I was expecting. I'm not a big fan of Osterpop. I'm not a big fan of cheese, which kind of ruins the whole cheese snack empire for me. Are we gonna get this one? Oof, that's so cheap. So cheap. We got it. Kind of tempted to just sacrificing back on this bishop, but we're not gonna do it. We are proper chess players playing proper chess moves. Except now, because I kind of wanted to. It was difficult for me to kind of really exploit my rooks. So I decided to give away for free. And now I kind of regret my choice. Now I don't regret my choice. It worked out in the end. Luck favors the prepared mind. Luck favors the bold. Luck is no coincidence. I actually managed to blunder 2 rooks there, but it worked out in the end. Have you eaten surströmming? Of course not, Cyrad. I don't think a lot of Swedes have eaten that either. It's terrible for a reason. I have not had I've not had lutefisk either, which is kind of the Norwegian version-ish of stinky fish. Lutefisk is fish prepared in soap. Can you believe that? They think that's a delicacy. Preparing your stuff in soap. There's some weird Norwegians out there. There's some weird Swedes out there. But it's not what we eat in everyday life. In Norway, we eat Pizza and tortillas. That's what we eat, no matter what the internet tries to tell you. You will not reach 3,000? Of course I will, but not today. We're gonna do two more games. We're gonna do Torque and Frederick, and then I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna go have some food, rest for a little bit, maybe watch a TV show, a YouTube video, check out the games of Narayanan. I think for good reason, these. I think it sounds fair that people getting killed over bringing stinky lunch. I think that's fair. I don't think anyone would disagree. Just don't do it. This is the move I'm looking for. Let's use this bishop as a blockader. And then this bishop also, yes, thank you. And ooh, thank you, thank you. Attacking everything at the same time. That's how we do it. Will give us the sweet, sweet pawn checkmate. I should have done the pawn checkmate, but bishop checkmate is also good. Okay, last game of the day. Torque, are you gonna be the one? Are you gonna ruin my mood in the very last game of the day? So far today, I'm pretty sure I won 60 games in a row. Last time we did a bullet stream, I also won like 60 games in a row. That makes it a total of 100 and something games, which is pretty darn spectacular, if I may say so myself. And we just need one more to wrap this up today. Wow. We all stand behind you, says Ericsson. There's a common goal in the viewership right now. You have found a common purpose. That is preventing me from winning all my 1-minute games. But look at this guy saying hi. And then, I don't know, maybe we can do this to just try and be tricky. Okay, free queen, that's fine. Get the rook involved. Get the rook involved. Aw, you were supposed to take that one. Okay, we'll take that one and that one. And give the checkmate. Okay, I am officially feeling confident ahead of tomorrow's Banter Blitz match. It's going to start at 5 p.m. European time. That's 11 a.m. Eastern. I'll probably start streaming a bit ahead of match start. So I'll be live from 4 p.m. 10 a.m. Eastern. Playing against Narayanan, it's going to be interesting. I hope to see you there. Too strong, too fast. Yes, Chris. That's how I like to be referenced. That's the kind of words I prefer being used to describe me. Thank you, Ericsson, for your wishes for tomorrow. Yes, Torky, I hope to see you back tomorrow. Go for a good show. We'll try. We'll definitely try. We need to find someone to raid unless someone. Wow. Wow. Is this real or is this fantasy? Is Alec TV currently streaming chess over Fortnite? This is unbelievable. I guess we're sending the raid to this chess aficionado, the chess master himself, Mr. Alec TV. Okay, use your raid emotes in chat. I hope to see you back tomorrow and have a good evening, everyone.